displacement. The play also tells a powerful story of resilience, focusing on the Nama people's ongoing struggle for recognition and justice. We speak now to director Geralt Cloete about the play and also to the head of the Market Theatre Lab, Cherae Halley, about the program and more. A very good morning to both of you. Should I be saying Good
morning.
Good morning in Khoi. I tried. Thank you so much for joining us. Cherae, perhaps let's begin with you. I mean, you've ran a week long of the heritage productions at the Market Theatre. What was the importance of that?
Thanks, Katlego. Good morning. Good morning. I think for the Market Theatre Laboratory, we really wanted to take a moment to celebrate, commemorate heritage in an alternative way. Minoritized culture and minoritized identities make up the fabric of our history. And it's often not something that is celebrated with enough publicity, with enough space in the performing arts platforms. And so we really wanted to give that space to minoritized identities. We wanted to say that this is part of heritage, that it's not just a man with a bow and arrow in the Kalahari Desert.
Right.
It's that and it's straw mats. It's that and it's language. It's that and it's patchwork dresses. It's that and it is the disposition of land.
Yeah. And coming in there, Geralt, I want you to just speak on your body of work that is going to be showcasing, or that showcased Swartwater, and just about the Nama people and the disposition of land, because we don't know enough of the stories when it comes to forced removals. I mean, we've got people in Oudtshoorn who were forcibly removed some time ago, but those stories are not told enough. Talk to us about the inspiration behind Swartwater and what you aim to educate with that body of work.
Good morning, Katlego. Thank you for having us. So when we speak about Swartwater, I don't know if inspiration is actually the right word to use, because we're speaking about trauma here. We're speaking about the lived experience of our people, the Nama people, that you rarely hear about. So we're so grateful for this opportunity with Market Theatre to even be here and to tell our story. The story of displacement, the story of a relocation is a story of the 1900s, but it's still present today. It's the story about how our people, when diamonds were discovered in the 1900s, our people had to be removed from their spaces. And we asked through the story, Swartwater, how does a community move forward after you've lost everything, when you've lost your home? And what is a home? A home brings identity. A home, especially land. Land is such an important thing when, for us as Nama Khoi Productions. Our work always speak back to land and what land means to us, because land means culture. Land means identity. Land means the patchworks and dresses that Cherae was just talking about. Yeah.
And I mean, it's very important even for younger generations to know and understand where that story began, because you say it's culture, it's land, it's our language, it's our identity and who we are. Do you think enough is being done in the country in educating, especially about those minoritized identities and origins of the Khoi, the San and the Nama people?
If I have to be honest, I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. If we look at our South African official languages, where is our language?
Right.
First Nation people, Khoi people, the first people in Southern Africa, the languages are not, they are recognized through a theme, through a logo, through a slogan, but what about making our languages official? And I think much of the work of Nama Khoi Productions is really to say, yes, South Africa, you're acknowledging us through your slogans, but what about our languages? When are you going to make our languages official? There's this thing that's happening in South Africa where streets are being renamed, which is beautiful. But what about our languages? Why don't you invest some of that money into ensuring that our languages become official languages?
Cherae, how important is it, especially as the Market Lab, to have such bodies of work not only showcasing at your establishment, but also influencing policy? Because from what Geralt is saying, a lot of that needs to go back into our legislature in terms of language, in terms of education, in terms of our everyday living. How important is it for those to speak to each other in that way?
I think it is extremely important. Theatre has always had the potential to change, to activate, to provoke for change, for meaningful change. And I mean, where Nama Khoi Productions is based, for example, in the far corners of our country in the Northern Cape, their work doesn't get to be seen. So to have an opportunity for their work to be seen, to be received, is an attempt towards provocating for such change, global change, national change, policy change. And we can only hope that more people get to see the work.